and the president is going to give a speech focused on restoring law and order to our country. In the last 4 years under the Biden administration, we unfortunately saw a Department of Justice that was weaponized against Americans for their political ideologies. It was not focused on fighting violent crime and restoring law and order and public safety. So the president will be talking about his intention to restore those very basic American values to our country.
Breaking news out of Washington. White House Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt has responded forcefully to a federal judge's ruling reinstating probationary workers, stating that the administration will fight back. In today's interview, Leavitt detailed the president's plans to challenge what she called an unconstitutional injunction, while also previewing an upcoming speech on justice reform. What does this all mean, and how will it impact the administration's agenda? Let's break it down. During today's interview, Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt addressed a recent court decision requiring the administration to reinstate previously dismissed probationary workers. Leavitt did not mince words, calling the ruling absurd and arguing that lower courts should not have the power to override the executive branch's authority. She stated that the White House is prepared to appeal the decision and will utilize its full legal team to challenge what they see as a judicial overreach. According to Leavitt, the administration views this ruling as part of a broader pattern of judicial activism aimed at obstructing the president's policy agenda.
Fighting back by appealing, fighting back by using the full weight of the White House counsel's office and our lawyers at the federal government who believe that this injunction is entirely unconstitutional, and it is for anybody who has a basic understanding of the law. You cannot have a low-level district court judge filing an injunction to usurp the executive authority of the President of the United States. That is completely absurd, and as the executive of the executive branch, the President has the ability to fire or hire, and you have these lower-level judges who are trying to block this President's agenda. It's very clear, and as I just cited, I was appalled by the statistic when I saw it this morning. In 1 month, in February, there have been 15 injunctions of this administration in our agenda. In 3 years under the Biden administration, there were 14 injunctions. So it's very clear that there are judicial activists throughout our judicial branch who are trying to block this president's executive authority. We are going to fight back.
Leavitt also provided a preview of the president's upcoming speech, in which he plans to outline a new approach to law enforcement and the Department of Justice. She criticized the previous administration, claiming that under President Biden, the DOJ was weaponized against Americans based on their political beliefs rather than focusing on crime prevention. According to Leavitt, the president intends to restore law and order and prioritize public safety. In addition to addressing criminal justice, the speech is expected to highlight the administration's efforts to combat drug trafficking, specifically fentanyl-related crimes. The president will reportedly meet with families who have lost loved ones to fentanyl overdoses, underscoring his commitment to cracking down on drug cartels and human trafficking. Foreign policy was also a key topic during the press briefing. Leavitt was asked whether the president had spoken directly with Russian President Vladimir Putin amid ongoing global tensions. While she confirmed that President Trump had not personally spoken to Putin, she emphasized that diplomatic efforts are ongoing. She referenced a recent Oval Office meeting with NATO's Secretary General, where officials reportedly discussed a potential peace agreement. According to Leavitt, the NATO leader credited President Trump with bringing the world closer to a resolution, stating that the U.S. is closer than ever to brokering a peace deal.
We'll talk to President Putin during the day.
I don't have anything on the president's schedule, but that could obviously always change. As you saw his Truth Social this morning, he is putting pressure on President Putin and the Russians to do the right thing. Yesterday was a productive day for the United States of America and for the world in terms of peace. We have never been this close to peace. You saw the NATO Secretary General in the Oval Office yesterday, you were there with us, who said that only because of President Trump are we here on the verge of brokering a peace deal.
Domestically, discussions with New York's governor were another major focus. Leavitt confirmed that the president met with state leaders regarding a proposed pipeline project that the administration is eager to advance. While details of the meeting remain limited, Leavitt reiterated that infrastructure development is a priority for the White House. Returning to legal matters, Leavitt did not shy away from addressing what she described as an unprecedented number of judicial challenges against the administration. She noted that in just 1 month, the administration has faced 15 court injunctions, contrasting this with the Biden administration, which saw only 14 injunctions over a 3-year period. Leavitt framed these legal challenges as politically motivated, stating that certain judges are actively working to block the president's executive authority. She compared the situation to President Trump's legal battles, arguing that just as he fought back against numerous indictments and remained politically resilient, this administration will not back down against what they see as judicial overreach. As the White House prepares to challenge the court ruling and move forward with its justice reform agenda, all eyes will be on the president's upcoming speech. The administration is signaling that it's ready to take an aggressive stance, both in the courts and in shaping policy. What do you think? Is this ruling an example of judicial overreach, or is it a necessary check on executive power? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates on the latest political developments.